Oh, save of the series right there. Was that Skriniar? It took about a season and a half, but could things finally be turning up for us? Welcome to episode 10 of the second season of Tottenham Career Mode. I actually have to open this up with a quick apology. I know we were supposed to open this episode with the Brentford game. Somehow EA glitched and passed it for me. Thankfully we won, so that's a good thing. Apparently we won that game 1-0, so we're ahead in the cup. Whew, thank goodness. But that doesn't make this month any less busy. There's still 5 matches to get through. I have West Ham twice. I have Brighton, Sheffield United, and Burnley. A lot of stuff going on. So Sheffield United, actually, now that I look at it, Sheffield United looks like it's going to be Sheffield in the FA Cup, West Ham in the second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. Then I will sim West Ham at home real quick and sim at Brighton. So we'll do Sheffield United, West Ham, and then we'll end the league with Burnley, who's kind of my bugaboo team this year. But that being said, there is quite a lot going on. It is the transfer window. Oh, before I forget, make sure you like and subscribe. If you're enjoying this series, if you want to see more of it, make sure you do all that. Hit the bell and all that fun stuff that YouTubers tell you to do. And make sure you keep up. Likes, comments, and subscribes, shares, all the fun things that we always tell you to do. Anyway, got that out of the way. I can tell you what kind of things we got going on. I got a couple of different options for goalkeepers. The high tier ones, like your O-Blocks and your 90 plus rated ones, they're great. We have the money for them. They're not necessarily realistic for Tottenham. So I replaced those options with Andre Onana from Ajax, who I think I heard a lot of career mode people go and buy him, so he may not be our best option. We also have Thomas Strakosha, who is pretty similar, if not, I want to say like half the value? Maybe not half the value, but we could potentially spend as much as nearly 20 million less for Strakosha than Onana, which could open up some possibilities for us to really bolster out the rest of the squad. I have a couple things I want to do. I want to get a goalkeeper to eventually take Hugo Lloris's place. I want to get one more center back to get some depth in there, and I might maybe pick up like another wing back or something. I'm not sure. Maybe a CDM. Again, we'll kind of see what happens in this transfer window. I do have a nearly 132 million pounds, so we do have quite a bit of wiggle room. I got a lot of people I'm trying to send out on loan as well, including Jack Rolls. We're just looking at options. I have Jack Rolls that I'm trying to send out on loan just because I don't really have the space for them. But back to the transfer hub. I have those two that I mentioned. I have Marcelo Wingant. I'm not even going to pretend to try to say that. He's going to be one of the guys I use to try to fulfill that South American quota that the board gave me, so they still like me. Have Dale Upamecano, who's been on my list for a little while. Oscar Solomon, who fills that same South American quota for me. Ben White is an option I saw in the comments. I'm trying to get him scouted. Trying to get him and a couple other guys scouted. We'll see if we get them done in time. I believe they said it'd be like 18 days. I think I should have enough time to get them scouted before the end of the transfer window, so fingers crossed. Once we get to the end of this episode, which will be a bit of a lengthy one, apologies in advance, once we get those in, we'll be able to make a more educated decision on a potential center back signing. I got Ben White. Edmund Tapsoba was another option who I put back on the transfer list, or I guess short list, my bad. Ozan Kabak is another option. I do like that he has higher work rates, and sprint speed looks like something they really like with him. So another speedy center back could possibly really help us out. I added Nikola Milinkovic, as he is kind of, sort of, almost, maybe kind of, sort of linked with Tottenham in real life. So that could possibly be another option for us. We'll have to wait for his scouting report to come in. We got Joseph Idu, who's really good in FUT, because he's so fast, and he might be a good option 2 seasons in here, so we'll kind of see. With Joseph Idu, I got Gazalisco, who is from South America. Hussein Or, I added as a potential attacker / maybe box-to-box midfielder kind of person. And then we have Avilio Cardoso, who fills out the same South American quota that the board want me to do. Oh, that's a lot of talking. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick sim on this match here. I went back and redid my lineup back to the 4-1-2-1-2 that we've been really successful with this season. I'm going to stop messing with stuff that works. So I keep trying to get a little bit cute for lack of a better term, so I'm just going to stop doing that. This lineup has worked really well with Kane, Bergwijn, and Son heading up the attack, and we'll see what we can get out of this 3-2-1 with the quick sim against West Ham. And there we go. We got 3-0 win against West Ham with Ricardo, Reguilon, and who is the other one? Ricardo, Kane, and Reguilon scoring my 3 goals. Whew! I like that with, oh my gosh, 8 shots on target. They only had 32% possession. We destroyed them. Why can't I do that when I am playing? I'll take that. We'll kind of push forward, get this training thing done. And there is interest in Quebec. There are some other interests on some of these players. We'll kind of see if we can nab any of these guys, but it looks like another couple of teams are coming in for between 30 and 37 million for Quebec, so maybe that might not be an option. Atletico PR are interested in taking Eduardo Emerald on loan. That is a loan to buy. I just want to loan him out. Actually, hold on. I don't want to. No, actually, I'm not going to. I'm not going to sell him. I thought about selling him, but no. We're just going to do a regular loan. We'll see if they're interested in that. Same thing with him. Regular loan, because these guys are really good for the future and could really help bolster our squad once some of the current players kind of, age out and do their thing. There is an actual offer in for Vyacheslav, I can't read right now, Loganov. There's an offer for Loganov for £590,000. He is a left mid, which doesn't really fit what I'm doing now because I'm playing a lot more narrow. I'm going to accept that because that'll help get a little bit of the fringe off my books, plus that will help a little bit with the sales that the board want me to do. Getafe wants to loan out a Jifet Tanganga. I'm going to reject that because I need the depth for when we're doing things like, 9 matches in a single month. So we'll get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, all these other things. Shiloh Tracy, you guys just saw me do that one. And we made a little bit of money off our win in the FA Cup that I didn't get to play because I'm a dum-dum. Whee! We have some other development that ended with Steven Bergwijn. He's up to 88 rated now, which is just bonkers. His attacking work rate finished as well, so that's good. I'm happy with that. Now all I need to do is see if there's anything else I can do to possibly get his skill rate up at all. Or how long would it take to train you as a striker? Let me check. It would take 187 no. I'll train him as a penetrator in 87 weeks. Actually, I don't really need to do any of that. I won't be doing any of that. It's going to take far too long to get him trained at all. Brighton accept a bid from Cagliari for Bissouma. So GG's to them. I'll get a quick train done. Keep my sharpness up in the squad so everybody can be happy and wonderful. And let's see what kind of other stuff came in. Looks like we got some scouting reports in. I sent you my final scouting report on Oscar Salaman, which is great. 66 rated, 78 rated. He actually would not be a bad option as a backup to Sergio Reguilon. And then I could get, I could get rid of Ben Davis and do Basilisco. I think I sold Ben Davis, didn't I? Hold on, let me check that out. Yeah, he'd be a good backup left back there. I lucked out trying to get people in. GG's to me. So I'll go to the transfer hub. Where's Basilisco? Haha. Hello, Basilisco. He's got a power free kick. He's a team player. He's not terribly rapid, but he's super aggressive. I'm gonna go ahead and approach to buy him real quick. Do I want to pay 23 million to skip club negotiations? No. No. That's a lot of money for someone that's gonna be a backup for me. Shall we start? His current value is 13.5. So I want to offer a transfer fee for him. Player swap transfer fee. I'll offer a transfer fee. We'll start it off at 15 million and possibly see what they're willing to work with me. They want to start off at 21.6. That's still a little expensive. I wonder if I can get them down to maybe 17, maybe 18. I'll propose a new transfer fee. I'm going to see if I can meet them in the middle of 17.5 million. Will you offer me Basilisco for 17.5 million? They are coming down a little bit to 20.6. How about 19 and I feel like I won. 19 million pounds, take it or leave it, guys. There we go. I like that. And then we can delegate his wage. I'll start the offer there. I have a lot of room for wages, so that's actually fine. We'll delegate that out and see what he's willing to do. High work rates I just saw, so that's actually, he actually may be a sneaky good sneaky good idea for me. That'd be kind of cool if that worked out. Match against Brighton coming up. Let's look at the emails before anything else happens. Marcelo Wingant at right back. Gazalisco we just signed. Evilio Cardoso. I don't really have any more need for cams though, so I might actually bring on, like, say, Oscar Salaman or something. Although center back, he's looking a little rough at center back. I may have to move him up to like CDM or something if I end up getting him. But I'll go ahead and clear these out. Doesn't look like there's anything else really to do right now. So gonna go ahead and sim this match against Brighton. I'll do a quick sim here in a second. Let's go into team management, see if maybe I can rotate a little bit. This might be a good match to get Gareth Bale in there. He's a little unhappy with me. I'm gonna have to apologize to him for that. Let's put Ndombele in for Lo Celso, and let's put move Zakaria back, put Højbjerg in there. This may be a good Serge Aurier game. Typically, I would say like this is a good Kangan Lee game, but nah, I don't think so. Gaz game, probably not. I'll just leave it at that. We'll quick sim with that one in 3, 2, 1. Whew, closer, but we ended up getting it. 60th minute goal to Harry Kane sees us win 1-0 against Brighton. They only had one shot the entire match, so GG's to our defense for holding a clean sheet there. That'll see us next match is going to be in the FA Cup. Going to save this real quick. I kind of want to check out not the standings. I want to check out the table and see where we're at. We're up at 7th, but only a point out of 5th place. So, and 4 points out of 4th place for Champions League. So things are looking up there, thankfully. Chances run out for Bergwijn. No, chances haven't run out for Bergwijn yet. Guys, calm down. See if I can get a... No, chances aren't running out for Bergwijn. Fiorentina wins race for Ignacio Pusetto. Kind of an unfortunate last name, but whatever. No, we'll advance forward again, and we got a few things happening. Milan Skriniar has a 1-match ban. Okay, we'll fix that here in a minute. And Atletico are willing to bring on Emerald as just a short-term loan. We'll accept that. It's been fun. Hopefully that'll see him getting some playtime out there, which would be great for my squad. Advance forward again. And Loganov has been sold. Loganov has been sold to Lechia Gdansk for £590,000, 425 of which end up in my budget. Woohoo! Gazalisco has accepted our offer. We're signing him on for 3 years at $42,500 a week. It's going to be a sporadic player. I am happy with that for sure. Welcome to the squad, Gazalisco. That'll help that board request out for sure. That'll help that out for sure. Swansea have accepted. They want to do a 2-year regular loan for him. I'm happy with that. Charlotte Tracy's going to be going out on loan, and we have suddenly got very busy. The board suddenly like us a lot more. We're up to 80 rated. Now, does that mean we need to sign one more player from South America, and we will be good to go? Gazalisco number 4. Gazalisco doesn't need to be a number 4. I need to adjust some of my kit numbers, which I will do here off screen. But in the meantime, we're still in the FA Cup. By the skin of our teeth, we're still in the FA Cup. Let's go play Sheffield United in the 5th round, and let's get one step closer to our first silverware. And welcome to Bramble Lane, where Sheffield United have Ramsdale at the back with George Baldock, Robinson, Lascelles, and Ampadu at the back with Osborne. Got Lascelles at CDM with Sander Berge, Hughes, and DePaul in the middle. They have Alsalma and Ryan Brewster heading up their line. We changed our lineup a little bit. We have Lloris at the back with Pereira, Zakaria, Militao, and Region. Højbjerg is actually going to be CDM today with Dele Alli and Lo Celso playing box-to-box. Steven Bergwijn is playing center forward behind Harry Kane and Heung-min Son. So Steven Bergwijn is actually going to be playing behind the other two, and we're going to see how that works. I am looking for not a repeat of what happened last time I was in the FA Cup. I want nice, happy, wonderful gameplay without bottling it and nearly losing by the skin of my teeth and a couple other people's teeth. This is the FA Cup, and weird things do happen, but hopefully we can keep some sense of normalcy and not pull a Spurs. Come on, as we try to get the ball away from him. We've got DePaul try to pass inside, and Zakaria ends up with the ball, and we are away. I'm still playing narrow. See if I can work it up to Son, who I see running everywhere. Great run by Son. See if I can cut that in. I gotta cut it in the wrong way. It still ended up working though, because Steven Bergwijn was there to take the cutback pass, and he puts us up ahead, and within 9 minutes, 1-0. I like that start. Let's keep that going. We see Son on the right side, and he cuts back. Oh, that's going to be sad. Was that off the defender? I don't think that was off the defender. No, he just... Oh, beautiful touch there. Bergwijn, where was that? Where's that been all season? I'll take that sitting down. Great start. Less great face. I'll take it either way. 1-0. Let's keep going. And Region intercepts it. Højbjerg passes forward, and we are going fast again. A little too fast. The Son ends up losing the ball, and Brewster is powering down. Sander Berger. Isn't Sander Berger supposed to play CDM? Sander Berger was making a run, and he nearly caught us out again. I have some numbers changed. That's Zakaria again at number 6 instead of number 29. But it is a goal kick to us, and I'm appearing like I'm being a little rusty since I haven't played this since last time I recorded. Still 1-0, but we have a chance to possibly make it 2? Huh. Maybe I'm not as rusty as I thought. Harry Kane with the delicious finesse shot from outside the box. I just decided to just take it because I have the players who can make that shot. Heung-min Son barely gets out of the way. Is that off of him? I want to see if that's off Heung-min Son. Oh no, beautiful job there, sir. Heung-min Son gets out of the way of the light and delicious shots from Harry Kane from outside the box. I need to take more shots like that all day long. 2-0. I can't relax yet because I was up 2-0 against Brentford, and I nearly went out of the cup against Brentford after being up 2 goals. So I think part of my problem the other times is that I not only overcommit on defense, is I try too hard to get forward like immediately, like thinking this is Ultimate Team. It's not. It's a different type of gameplay, so sometimes you just got to be patient. Were he offside? Was he offside? I thought he looked offside. He wasn't offside, though. Zakaria with the great block. Let's get that cleared. And we could possibly be countering. Kane goes through left to Lo Celso, who passes back to Bergwijn. Sheffield United get back in earnest, though, and I'm just happy to lay siege back here. Kane and Højbjerg are going back and forth with a nice 1-2. Bergwijn ends up in the middle, and that's 3. Let's go celebrate with our people there, Bergwijn, and the patient play seems to be working for us. It's 3-0 within under 40 minutes. And like I said before, this much more patient play is working well for us. The back and forth between Højbjerg and Kane really kind of set that off. We waited for the overcommitment from Sheffield United center back, which is usually something I've been doing for the past 2 seasons. And that little bit of overcommitment by Lascelles actually gives the bit of space that we need to go up 3-0. I can't stop yet. I have given up these kind of leads before. We got to keep going. Sheffield United was trying to get through there. Thankfully, I say thankfully a lot. Whew. I keep treating this like it's an essay. We're doing well. We're doing well. 3-0. We're doing much better at the back, too. I'm not overcommitting now like I have been, and there's a couple times where if I had overcommitted, I would have been giving up a goal. Bergwijn's been amazing at center forward. I like that. I like the play I'm getting from him. I still can't believe I ever wanted to sell him before. Freckles, what are you thinking sometimes? It is 3-0. Let's see what else we got going on. Birmingham City is ahead of Manchester City at halftime. GG's to you. Chelsea is ahead of Oldham. What else we got? We'll look at that later. Watford is ahead of Bradford City. Well, I do want to keep this going. I don't think if I stay up till like 3-0 and it's about the 60th, 70th minute, then I might relax a little bit. But until then, I am far too known, if you will, for giving up big leads. So we got to keep this going. So I'm going to pass it over to DePaul, and they try to switch the play over to the left wing. Ricardo Pereira crashed inside, but he recovers well. Osborne has it over in the corner. And he intercepts well, and could we possibly be in for a fourth? Deli's charging down the right seam here. There's your American football term for you. Can we get a second for Kane? I see the through ball. Poke that through, and that's the second goal for Harry Kane. Braces for Harry Kane. Now I'm not gonna go troll the other. I'm not gonna troll them. That's not how we play, unless that's Arsenal. But braces for Harry Kane and for Steven Bergwijn, and I am happy now. Okay, now we can relax a little bit. Not to the point where we start giving up dumb stuff, but maybe not pushing so hard. We can call the dogs off now. We're up 4-0. Yeah, we're up 4-0, and I am settled to the ground with that result for sure. Now might be a good time to bring on Gareth Bale. We'll put him up top. I'm going to leave Ndombele off as much as I can. Later, I might bring on Tanganga and Rodin just to get Zakaria Militao a little bit of a rest. I may bring Kane off for Adam Armstrong once we get to about 70 minutes or something. But anyway, 4-0. Son's off so he can rest for the league. And I am finally comfortable with the lead. Now the player's trying to break me down over here, and Reguilón's having none of it. 60 minutes in, throw in for them, and they're taking off Ryan Brewster for someone that I am unfamiliar with because I don't remember the Sheffield United players. We got throw in for them. Igalo's coming off the bench. Senderberger has it. Actually, Senderberger might be an option for us as a backup CDM. See if I can get a hat trick maybe for Kane or Bergwijn. Kane passes forward to Bergwijn. Bale ends up with it. Couple of smooth moves. Was almost in for a fit there, but the touch was a little heavy. Igalo has it, trying to get it away from him, and we get our bodies back in time to keep a hold of our clean sheet. They try to go down the left wing over to Osborne again, but Ricardo Pereira is draped all over him. Passes inside to Hughes. We tried to intercept, but we're unsuccessful. Senderberger has it, but the pass is poor, and it sees us with the ball. See the... Is Reguilón going to get his first goal? Maybe, maybe, maybe? Hey! There you go. I saw her run by Reguilón down the left side. We'll see the replay in a minute. I'm not sure how much the editor can get in here, but... Oh! That's a run all day long. They just left him wide open there. I don't know what they were doing. I'll take it. Reguilón gets his first goal in the FA Cup. That's us up 5-0. As the ball travels through his foot a couple of times. Woo! I'm liking this much better. This is a much better episode form-wise than we've had in the past. Maybe a little bit less roller coaster, a little bit more, solid form. Yeah, I'd like that a little bit. I'm going to pause this. I'm up 5-0. Now's the time to start bringing people on. Armstrong's going to give Kane a break up front. I'm going to bring on Rodin for Zakaria. Just get some of our guys some rest. For the last 18 minutes of the match, they've earned it. They're up by 5 goals. There's no reason to keep them on. If I give up this lead, the series ends now. I'm telling you that right now. If I give up 5 goals in the next 18 minutes, I am turning off this thing. I am uninstalling FIFA from my computer, and we're going to become a Super Nintendo streaming channel. It's going to be great. Bergwijn with the rainbow flick, and he is out and away again. Is that going to be 6 for us? Almost. Bale's going to get it, and Ampadu gets that out for a corner kick. Woo! We very nearly had a very skillful third goal for Steven Bergwijn. I'm going to go shorter to Bergwijn. I'm trying desperately to get him his hat trick. That'd be wonderful if I could do it. Armstrong has the ball. He's number 19 now. Passes inside to Deli. Højbjerg ends up with it. Passes to Armstrong. Bergwijn was offside. Yeah, Bergwijn was offside. Wouldn't have mattered anyway because their goalkeeper saved the shot. 10 minutes left and 5-0. Can we get forward for 6? No, Baldock ends up intercepting the ball off of us. Senderberger gets it, passes forward to Rand de Paul. A little bit of American politics in there for you. Senderberger ends up with it. We have the ball now, and we could be away for 6. I'm trying really hard to get Bergwijn his hat trick. And can Ampadu keep up with them? No, he can't keep up with them. Actually, he did end up keeping up with them. Man! I badly wanted that hat trick. We got 1 minute left in injury time. That's not going to happen. I will try to keep this clean sheet, though. And Lo Celso kicks the ball away, and that's us 5-0 ahead of Sheffield United. I am happy with that. The only minor poor thing is that I wasn't able to get that thing. Hat trick. Yeah, unable to get the hat trick for Steven Bergwijn. Our most complete match of the entire series so far, at least the ones I've played. We had one that was 5-0 earlier, or last season, with Harry Kane getting like 5 goals, if I remember correctly. 5-0 to us over Sheffield United away from home, and that sees us through to the next round of the FA Cup. And we didn't even have that many shots. We were very, very clinical. I am very happy with that. Let's go back to more transfers, and let's see if we can improve the squad some. Whoa, hold on a second. Birmingham City beat Man City in the FA Cup. Man City is out to Birmingham City. What? I just saw that as this was moving on. What? That's very good for our chances in the FA Cup. All right, and back to transfers. I do have some quick player chat. Gazaniga, want more from Gaz because he always stinks every time I play him. Progress assessment. Growing the club financially. Growing the club financially? Oh, that's the lowest priority out of all 5 things. I am not bothered with that, to be quite honest with you. Brand exposure is the most important thing, so we're going to try to get that set up for the board lickety-split. Skriniar's back after his red card. That's great. Our next match is going to be a second leg of the semifinal against West Ham. Remember, we were 3-2 at home to them, so that's good. Get a quick train in. Hold on, let me switch this drill out real quick. Switch that for something, yeah, that I got an A. Advance, all that jazz, all that fun stuff. Simulate that. It's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. And then we have this semifinal against West Ham United. Skip has a transfer offer. RB Leipzig want Oliver Skip. Huh? That's interesting. $4.7 million for pounds for him. My apologies. No, that's below evaluation. The least I would accept for him is like maybe 7. No. That's not going to work out for me, bud. Thank you very much. We advanced another day forward, and both Amaral and Shiloh Tracy have been loaned out. That is great. That gets them the time that they need, and that'll be a little bit happier for us. Okay, so there are a couple people I want to add to the short list as possible options for a CDM. So I'm adding Sander Berge because I know he grows well. And then the other one, I believe we can afford him. This is going to be a bit of a long shot, but I do believe that we can afford him. He has the potential to be special, so he could be like 90 plus for us. How long is that going to take? 18 days. 18 days. How many more days are left in the match? 5. 5 days left. Oh my gosh. Okay, so maybe we can get a little bit of a feel for Sandro Tonali. Before that, we have to end the month. I'll go to my transfer hub real quick. I'm not seeing anything too terribly out of the ordinary, if you will. I'm going to go with Marcelo here. And the reason I am is I could see myself eventually selling Serge Aurier on the right side, so he might be, the team will not sell the player. I bet you would if I gave you loads and loads of money. So after all that, maybe I'm not going to buy him. Far too important to the club. Come on, guys, throw me a bone here. Probably gonna have to buy Cardozo. I think, are there any other players that I'm looking at from South America? That would be a no. So I'm gonna take these guys off the list. I'm just gonna go in for Cardozo, offer him like a prospect kind of thing. No, begin negotiations. I'm gonna just go in for him, see if we can spend maybe a couple £1,000,000 on him just to get the objective ticked. That would be great and wonderful. They take that? I'll take that. Awesome. I'll just take care of this real quick. If he'll take prospect, I would love for him to be a prospect squad role. Let's see if he'll take that. Good. He wants that. He wants to be a prospect. That's fine. That means I won't have to actually play him. Length of contract. Will you take a 5-year contract with us? He wants to do 3 years. I'm perfectly happy with that. You're a means to an end, sir. I really have no plans for you, which is kind of sad when you think about it. Disregard the release clause. He wants £11,000 a week with £94,000 signing bonus. Accept that. Welcome. And that is that done for the board. Yes. Board will be oh so much happier with me. Up to 82 rated. That settled to the ground with them. I saw a striker caught my eye. He's not going to be good enough for me. That's fine. I've talked enough again. Let's go ahead and play this match against West Ham. Let's finish the job, and let's go and get in this final in the Carabao Cup. The lineup for West Ham, they have the normal 5 at the back with Randolph as their goalkeeper, Buta, Balbuena, Tarkowski, Pizzella, and Oliveira are their back 5. I believe Under and it's 5-4-1. Got Anderson, Souček, Ranche, and Under all behind Shrivers. So 5-4-1. They've done that a couple times against us, and they got ahead against us last time before we came back and beat them in the first leg 3-2. We have our normal lineup. We are playing in... it's funny, we got West Ham in East London. That's something that Americans like me have to wrap our head around sometimes. I do have Skriniar's back in the lineup after serving his red card. Zachary is back at CDM, and Ndombele is in there as well. Let's see this out. We are ahead 1 on aggregates, but we can't get too complacent, just like I was saying against Sheffield United last match. Head on our shoulders, head on a swivel. They're going to be coming after us from the beginning because they already know they're behind. Let's put them away, and let's get into our first final. And immediately we start with a free kick on a foul by Zakaria. Looks like they're pulling something off the training ground. Shrivers goes for goal. Oh! If Lloris did not have the world's longest arms, thank goodness, then we'd be down 1-0 in this match and tied on aggregate. That's not something you want to see. That was a much better free kick than I typically see from the AI. But I do have to make sure that I don't overcommit on defense like I have been quite a bit. We are back on the back foot again. Got to pass down the right wing over to Buta, and he doesn't cross as well as he typically would. Isco is at Bayern now for £46 million from Real Madrid, so that's a thing. Bergwijn gets forward to Ndombele. He had the space, but I wasn't quite confident enough with his foot. Lo Celso is on the edge of the box. We're going to pass it over to Son. Stay patient. They're going to give us this. Going to give us a spot if we work for it. We're going to go back down the left side to Kane. I thought about going for the finesse shot, but not quite. Zakaria passes back to Kane. Son's going forward, and Lo Celso tries to get past his man. Oh, he's kind of squeezed between two, and they clear the ball. That is a throw in for us. So can Kane get around his man? Possibly. Not quite. Balbuena ends up with the ball. Buta ends up with the ball. Got a nice 1-2 going on. And West Ham thwart our attack. Ricardo crashed in that hard away from Oliveira. Don't overcommit, Freckles. Souček with the ball. Got a nice one-on-one going on. And the shot by Under is saved. Right back to Under, and we're still in a heap of trouble if we're not careful. I'm going to have to be a little slow again. Can I dink this over and get it to Son? I can. Can he do first touch? Not with your head, sir. Randolph saves it. I don't think he actually needs to. I thought it was wide. At the feet of Ndombele. And we, with our big three, are going to be offside, I believe. We weren't offside. Oh. Now I'm a little disappointed because I didn't really pay too much attention to the shot because I thought he was offside. That is 0-0 at the half with us 1 ahead still on aggregate. As it stands now, we are in the final for the Carabao Cup. I am happy. I'm not easy though. I'm a little uneasy. Yeah, it's been a very even match. If we keep this up, then we should be good. I'm going to try the thing that we did the last match. I'm going to put Son up top. I'm going to put Bergwijn at center forward behind the two of them. Let's see what happens if we do that. That might be that extra little bit of speed up front might push us through, or it could just see me passing poorly and giving up possession in a dangerous spot to West Ham. They do pass it all the way out to the right wing to Buta, who is going one-on-one with Reguilon, but he's not finding a way around him. Reguilon almost gets the ball away from him, but he had enough space to get that cross out there. Get that out of here. Oh, great save by Lloris. I see the space there. Can Kane get that away? Yeah, there we go. Woo! Kane gets it away, and that's us up 2-0. Not 2-0. It's up 2 goals on aggregate, 1-0 in the match. Maybe we can breathe a little easier now. There's a great pass with the outside of the foot by Bergwijn, and there's not going to be many times where Kane misses from there. Outside the foot shot, that's curving away from the man, and I am happy with that. 1-0 Spurs, 4-2 on aggregate. How many goals has he scored? 5 goals in the Carabao Cup for Harry Kane, and we are flying. And the more we can keep the ball away from them, the better we're looking to get into this final. Can I get over to Son? Nah, Petzela gets the ball away from him. Is that cleared out? Yeah, that's cleared out. I'm going to make a couple of subs. I'm going to get, not Dele Alli, no, I'm going to get Sessegnon in there to get a little bit of rest for Reguilon because we still have a cup game in a couple of days. Going to bring on Højbjerg for Ndombele, actually. Now we'll go 4-2-2. Bring one more guy back in the back, have Zakaria and Højbjerg kind of roaming around in front of the defense, and that should see us out for the rest of the match. We have a 2-goal lead, but I don't want to do anything silly and possibly give up that lead, as we nearly were through and made that a 3-goal lead. The bouncing ball ends up at the feet of Bergwijn. We're zigzagging around them a little bit, and we are nearly ahead for a 3rd goal. I'm tempted for a couple of matches to play Kane a little bit deeper in more of a center forward role like he sometimes does in real life. That might be something to experiment on against like a lower level team, not lower level, but let's say like a relegation level team, play full strength but play Kane behind Son and Bergwijn. That might be an idea to try out in a couple of cases. Let me know what you think, because I am interested in doing that. Shrivers has the ball. With Souček, who's a little farther forward than he's probably used to. We get the ball off of him, though, and there's 13 minutes left, with us still being ahead by 2 goals. Under has the ball, and we're trying to go down the left side again, but that's out on them. 4 minutes left. I'm going to make, I believe, one more sub. Yeah, I'm going to make one more sub. I'm going to get Son out of there, put in Gareth Bale, get him a little bit of rest. Shrivers is out for Acosta. Pardon me for scratching my nose. And let's go ahead and see this match out. Throw in for us. A few minutes left. It's going to be great. I'm feeling confident, and I am happy. We are well on our way to the first final of the series. Petzela. I feel like Petzela has done really well against me every time we've played West Ham. I may have to look him up for like a summer transfer or something. I'm just trying to talk about anything at all because the match is pretty much done. The match actually is done now. That is us in the final 1-0 for this match, 4-2 on aggregate, and that is us playing against either Newcastle or Chelsea in the Carabao Cup final. Sad for them, but good for me. We win the little bit of a derby, and I could not be happier with the way this season's going compared to last season. Need to improve in the Premier League, but as far as silverware, we are sitting pretty. I'm excited. Got a few days left in the transfer window. Let's go make some moves, make some splashes, and let's improve the squad. All right, so I thought you guys should know, Chelsea beat Newcastle 4-1 on aggregate, so the actual final for the Carabao Cup, I'm not sure when it is, probably closer to May, maybe late April, May or something. Carabao Cup final is going to be Spurs against Chelsea. That will not be easy. It is not unwinnable, though. We only have Chelsea sitting between us and our first trophy in over 11 years at the club. Giovanni Lo Celso has some training that he just finished up. He's 87 rated now. I like this squad quite a bit. I'm so happy with it. So he did some great training. I got Burnley next. Let's see what we have inbox-wise. Got some rescheduled matches. So we're good to go there. Let's advance forward a little bit more. We do have Burnley coming up next. We're 5th in the league. If we beat them, we will go up at least 1 spot in the table. Depending on Arsenal's match, we could go up to 2 spots up into the Europa League spot. There are 14 games left. We're not out of the woods. We are 24 points behind for actually the league lead. That's not going to happen. We're not going to make up 24 points in 14 matches. That's not going to happen. So, but we do stand a really good chance. If we keep up our form we've had for the last bit of this episode, we stand a real good chance of making it into the Champions League for next year, which is my goal right now. We do have Burnley coming up in the league next. I'm going to see what our transfer hub looks like, see if we have any better idea of any of these guys. Got Tapsoba, we already had his scattering report in. Ben White is valued at 17.5 million, so that leads me to believe he's not super great, but he could be a good depth option. Kabak had both offers from Wolves and Brighton rejected. So he's valued at 33 million. He might be a real decent. He might be a real decent option there. I know Chris said, Chris, my super commenter. Thank you so much for always commenting, Chris. He did say that Onana was a little bit too mainstream, and I would like for us to find some other players that people don't always think of, such as Gazilisco. I believe his name was Gazilisco. Let's go in the transfer hub, and I'm actually going to go in for Traaaaaaaaansfers. See if I can get him for 61 million. What would be interesting to me is if they'd be willing to do a swap and send Hugo Lloris the other way. I'm going to approach to buy, and we're going to see what we can possibly get out of them. Hello, thank you for wearing your suit. I appreciate you. We're going to offer a player swap. We're going to send Hugo Lloris the other way. He's valued at 8 million because is he 35 now? I believe he's 35 now. And we're going to offer that plus a transfer fee of 50 million pounds. And we're going to see what they're willing to, if they're willing to play with us. Because I would love to see that. Technically, Traaaaaaaaansfers is a little bit worse, quote unquote, than Hugo Lloris, but he is almost 10 years younger, so that would really help us out a lot. They don't want any players in return. They would consider 80 million. That's way too expensive. Since you don't want any players in return, I'm actually going to propose a new transfer fee of 65. And we'll see if you're willing to work with me there. Are you willing to come down any Lazio? They are only wanting to do 80 million pounds. I'm going to try something. I'm going to offer the same 65. Yeah, 65 million pounds. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a sell-on clause. We're going to get crazy with it, like 25% sell-on clause. We'll see if they're willing to play ball with us there. Yeah, they're willing to play with us there. We're not selling them, so that's fine. That's fine. Let's go ahead and get this. Let's get this over the line. I'm going to negotiate this, and we'll have our new backup working to become our next year official starter. We're going to give Hugo Lloris a good hurrah. We will not be renewing the Hugo Lloris contract. He has about 6 months. He has the rest of the season left. We won't be renewing his contract, and we are going to make Traaaaaaaaansfers an important player because we don't want him crucial. Hugo's crucial. 4-year contract length. I am happy to accept that. Let's see what else. Disregard release clause. We don't need a release clause for him. He's on 66,000 pounds a week. I'm gonna offer him 80. Yeah, I'm gonna offer him 80,000 pounds. I'm gonna add a bonus to it. If you make 10 appearances this year, which will probably not happen, I will kick in an extra 700,000. What say you? Boom! Traaaaaaaaansfers is in, our goalkeeper of the future. We have our replacement for Hugo Lloris. That is not bad business. 65 million. It's a little expensive, but not the worst. Not the worst. I'm going to get this reset up. We've got Hugo Lloris in there. That means now I'm going to put Joe Hart on the transfer list, and we're going to see if I can get him to do anything. I think other people are probably just trying to sign him. But that is some good business for us. We still have 46 million left to bring in a backup center back, which would be great for us to get some more depth in here. Let's go see off Burnley. They've been a bogey team for me, but I'm going to beat them this time. I'm excited about it. I'm going to beat them. It's going to be great. Let's go do the thing. So yeah, instead of just sitting there waiting for the lineups to pop up with the graphics, I'm just going to go ahead and go through them here. We have our full strength side. Lloris at the back with Reguilón, Militas, Skriniar, and Pereira. Højbjerg is holding defensively with us with Ndombele and Dele Alli as our box-to-box. Heung-min Son, Bergwijn, and Kane are normal people up front. Burnley have a 4-4-2 with Nick Pope at the back. Taylor, Barrett, Garcia, and Loughton are their back four, with McNeil, Brownhill, Stevens, and Herman as their midfield, with Rodriguez and Budimir up front. I am unfamiliar with that lineup by quite a bit. I don't have access to their benches, but I don't care about their benches. All I care about is getting the win here. Because the thing that's been kind of killing my chances in some of these matches against them has been impatience. I'm not going to do that anymore. I am going to be calm. As I go down to the corner, I'm going to be calm and try to get them. I see the space for Kane. Can I get there? Oh, if not for a great save by Nick Pope, that would have been 1-0 up in the upper right corner. He did send it out for a corner for us. I'm going to try to whip this in, get some pace on it, get it to Kane. I still can't head, but it ends up at the feet of Son, and we are trying to set up an offense. Højbjerg passes on the right to Son. Let's see if I can get it in. I was trying to pass it to Højbjerg. That didn't work out well for me, and Burnley could be away if I'm not careful. 0-0. And I know exactly what it looks like. I know exactly what they're trying to do. Now, if I could just get them to not go down the wing, then that would be wonderful for me. Don't overcommit. Stay in front of them. Great slip. Great slip up there. Militao ends up with the ball. They're out to the right wing. Stevens has it, but he has Højbjerg on him. Right, don't commit too much. Don't commit too much. Especially since they're in the box now. Brownhill has it. Oh, great block by Skriniar. And is that going to be out for a throw-in for them? Yeah, it's going to be out for a throw for Burnley. Throw-in goes to Loughton. Skriniar. Please, Skriniar. Skriniar blocks it. And then Lloris has to save it because we blocked it straight out to Brownhill. That's not something you want to do. The great reflexes by their striker to get out of the way of that one. This isn't like Burnley in real life. They're doing a lot more attacking than Burnley typically would. Son comes back for the ball after we win the ball off the corner. And that pass was horrifically bad.
And that is going to be a free kick.
Have a bit of a dangerous free kick out to... Oh, gosh. Get the ball away. Get the ball away. Bit of a dangerous free kick to Burnley, but they were offside. And I nearly had a moment there. I'm just content to hold it back here with the 0-0 draw happening so far. At the half, it is 0-0. Not much has happened. Been a couple of passes away on a few different chances. I've been a couple passes away, but we need to change a couple things, I think, with our attack. I remember last match I said try Harry Kane at the back, and not at the back, but at center forward behind Son and Bergwijn, and I think I'm going to do that. I am going to make that change. Let's see what's going on. We got Man City over Newcastle, Liverpool over Manchester United. I know a couple of people that might watch this that are a little sad about that, but I'm going to make that change. Kane will have him play at center forward. Technically, they're all out of position, but I do have a plan. 0-0. Let's see if we can make it 1-0. Højbjerg gets the ball off of Burnley, and we are away. Dele gets the ball off Bergwijn, or gets the ball up to Bergwijn. I was trying to get it through to Kane, and it didn't quite work out. Budimir was trying to go, does pass back over to Rodriguez on the right side there. Don't commit. Don't commit to anything. Hold the ball. Let's be smart. Brownhill has a really bad header, and that sees us out for a goal kick. And I thought Dele was going on a run there. Bergwijn does, though. And I can't keep up with my own commentary again. Bergwijn has the ball. Just kind of trying to muscle with the defensive line. My commentary was off again. And while I was trying to catch up with the commentary, Harry Kane puts it in the net for a 1-0 lead. Woo! 1-0 to us at home. I want to keep up with that myself. I'm not sure I could keep up with what was going on. It was just really fast play. And first touch, we get it around Nick Pope over to the opposite corner. And, oh, Nick Pope, you can do better than that. Could things finally... It took about a season and a half, but could things finally be turning up for us? 1-0 Spurs. Skriniar catches up well to Rodriguez. Oh, boy, that's... Yeah. Oh! Save of the series right there. Was that Skriniar? Skriniar, you can have whatever contract you want after that one. I know I said in the last match I want to have his babies. That didn't go away. I was trying to get that to Son, but we put a little too much power on it. That run of defense was the most beautiful display of sporadic, desperate, yet it worked defense I have ever played in FIFA. I am very happy with that. Go get the ball, Lloris. Thank you. 73 minutes in. By the skin of our teeth, we're still at 1-0. And that was the defensive play of the season. Kane gets that forward to Bergwijn, and yeah, no one's going to catch up with him. Settle on that. 2-0.
It's gone in. The teams separated by 2 goals.
2-0. And that's going to be us going ahead of Burnley, maybe ahead of Arsenal in the league. Oh, I didn't want to troll. I am sorry, guys. I did want to troll there. I only try to troll during derbies. But, yeah, it might turn out. It might turn out that playing Kane at center forward behind 2 strikers might be just the ticket we needed. Because the way that this is set up, my center forward still comes forward anyway, so it's like playing with 3 strikers up front. Oh, FIFA, you are very realistic. 11th goal for Steven Bergwijn in the league. I think the top 3 guys, Bergwijn's son and Kane, I think we've combined for nearly 40 goals. 2-0, 75 minutes in. I should have made a substitution. I didn't do it. But we'll see what happens here. We had a great run of play so far. Is this going to be us in for a third? It is. Bergwijn has this. Going to be brace for Bergwijn? No! Almost was a brace for Bergwijn, but Nick Pope is a very big goalkeeper. and he saves the shot one-on-one with Bergwijn, so I have to tip my hat to him. Is that out on McNeil? Yeah, that's out on McNeil. I know it's only 5 minutes left, but I'm going to make a couple of subs and get some people in, because I doubt that we're going to be giving up this lead. So bring on Ollie Skip, bring on Kangin Lee at center forward, and we'll bring on Armstrong as well to give Bergwijn a rest. 3 subs for us, but it's only 5 minutes left, and I don't think we're going to be giving this lead up. West Ham made a substitution as well. I didn't see who it was. Maybe we'll see who it is once we get through here. But it doesn't matter. We are up 2-0. Oh, Rodriguez went out for Thompson. Skip passes forward to Ndombele, and I would love nothing more than to score a goal with these guys just to prove that it's a club thing. It's not just our starting lineup. Skip passes forward to Dele. That pass somehow squirted through up to Armstrong, and we nearly in for a third. We're in injury time now. We got 3 minutes left in the game. Loughton has it. Great block by Ndombele, but we still end up on defense. And after that interception, I believe that's going to be us not on defense anymore. Can we get a third just for fun? Let's go get a third just for fun. Armstrong has it, tries to cut back. It's not going to work out for us, but that's okay. Not for a third. But I'll take a 2-0 win. That is us ahead of Burnley in the table. We're up to 6th at least, if not 5th, depending on how the Arsenal game went. We have finally wrangled this thing. I'm calling it now. It is a Mr. Freckles guarantee. We have finally wrangled this thing. We will be making Champions League. We will be getting at least 1 trophy this season. This is much more like it. This should have happened last year. This should have happened last year. I am thrilled to pieces with the way we've been playing this episode and with the things that are happening possibly in the transfer window. Let's go finish that out after we check out the Arsenal score. Arsenal have lost to West Ham, so that is us up into 5th place. We are officially in the running for Europa. We are in 5th place, 1 point behind Man United for 4th, and Champions League football. Woohoo! That's more like it. I like it. I'm saving it before that something else happens. Brazil's been covered. That's fine. Joe Hart possibly could be signing with Marseille. I'm fine with that. We have some scouting reports saying Ozan Kabak. We have a scouting report in for him. 79 rated. He would actually be a great option as a possible backup there. I'm not going to be able to get Sandro Tonali's thing done, so he might be a decent summer signing, frankly. I'm going to take him off. I'm going to take him off as well. Ozan Kabak is a good option. I may be looking to sign him. Let's see what happens. Milinkovic, we have him in. So we've got Milinkovic in at 77. He's another good option. Oh, we're finally getting some good options in here. Joseph Adu, he's 76 rated, but he's fast. He's fast and he's strong, but he's also short. He might be a better option as a wingback, quite frankly. Ben White is another good option. Now, I'm going to look at those 3 in the transfer hub real quick, and we're going to decide right now which one of those we're going to go for. We've got Upamecano, Ben White, Edmund Tapsoba, Ozan Kabak, and Milinkovic and Adu. So I'm automatically going to take off Ben White, if only. It is kind of a realistic option because he's English, but here's what I'm looking at. He's the only one with not a high defensive work rate, so I need people work hard back there, so no. Upamecano has the same thing, so I'm actually going to go ahead and say no to Upamecano. That leaves us with Tapsoba, Kabak, Milinkovic, and Adu. Adu is short. He's the only one under 6 feet. He would be amazing possibly as a wingback. I'm going to leave him on there as a possible option. Actually, no, he's 26. He's also the oldest one. He's gone. He's short and he's older. I don't need him. So that leaves us with Traaaaaaaaansfers, Ozan Kabak, and Nikola Milinkovic. Let's see which one we might. Milinkovic might be a good option for money's sake. We might have to offer up to 44 million for Kabak if we wanted to break the bank. And Traaaaaaaaansfers is going to be out of our price range, I believe, for this time. Just recently joined the club. That's fine. I'm going to take Ahor off the list too, just because we're set to the gills at center mid of all positions. I'm going to go in for Ozan Kabak. He looks like a good option. He's rapid. He's fast. Probably need to work on his stamina with some training, but he looks like the best overall option for us. 44. He could have to pay up to 44 million. I'm gonna try to keep it down to about 37.5 if I can. Let's go in for him. Hooey, hooey, hooey. We've been at this spot a lot for transfers this season. We're gonna offer. Pardon me, I apologize. We're gonna offer just a straight up transfer fee of 30. We're gonna offer a valuation. Actually, no, I'm gonna offer 35, and let's see what they're willing to play with. Got 35 million for Ozan to back. They want 43 with a sell-on clause of 15%. No, that might be a little bit too much. I'm gonna counter and see if they would take that at like 38 million. Are you willing to play with me at 38 million? Consider offering 43.2. I don't think that's that much lower than the original one. I'm gonna go up to 40. Will you play with me at 40 plus the sell-on clause? That's a lot of money. 40.9. I will take that. I'm not gonna let a decent deal go through for under £1 million. That's silly, especially at those type of numbers that we're talking. Ozan Kabak could possibly be coming in as a backup for us. I'm going to see if I can set him up as a rotation player. I would be super happy if he would take on a rotation. He'll take sporadic instead. Thank you. Accept that all day long. He's going to be a sporadic player. He's going to be great for us when we're playing possibly FA Cup. Possibly some other things. Give him some chances against some of the lower portions of the league. Will you take a 5-year deal with us, Ozan? He went 3. That's fine. Take a 3-year deal with him. They don't want a release clause. I don't want a release clause. That's good. And they want £44,000 a week. That's plenty. With a decent signing bonus, accept that. Welcome to the club, Ozan Kabak, as our third center back, or as a little bit of depth at the center back position. Whew, I will take that. That is great. That is great. That is great. That is great. I'm going to take Milinkovic off the short list, and that leaves us possibly having done all of our business. We have £5 million left. I could work that around a little bit. Maybe, let's see, if I take that down to, say, like 90 and 10, maybe £9 million left, but we're fine. I call that a solid window. Once we get to 1 hour left, I will show you the top deals, but I'm not going to go through the entire league again, I don't believe. That's a little much for me. 9 hours in, and we are at 176 million pounds so far. Quarter billion pounds spent so far. Hart is officially leaving once his contract expires. Bye, sir. Bye. It's been fun. Latest deal, Gomez Andrade went from Seattle to Girona? Or Girona? I'm not sure. That's fine with me. Gonna keep progressing through this, see if anything happens. We are 5 hours left at 400 million pounds. Yeah, it doesn't look like too terribly much else is gonna be happening after this. We got 3 hours left. We're still not relatively low for FIFA. We're just now past £500 million. There is an email that came in. There's a offer from Juventus for Troy Parrott for £3.6 million. No. I'm going to reject that. He's our striker of the future. We're not going to be doing anything along those routes. We've got 1 hour left. £611 million spent. Nothing too terribly interesting going on. I'm going to go through the top deals and show you guys some interesting things that have happened. We got Milinkovic-Savic for £105 million from Lazio to Dortmund. So Lazio's been selling a lot players. They sold me Strakosha, if you remember. Lautaro Martinez went from Inter to Man United for 104 million pounds. Fabian went from Napoli to Chelsea for 64 million pounds. Emre Can went from Dortmund to Real Madrid for 50 million pounds. So that's cool. Madrid sold Dani Ceballos to PSG and Isco, so they're clearing out their midfield. If I had known that, I would have had my pick at the shop window, you know what I mean? Juan Bernat went from PSG to Barcelona for 43.5. James Ward-Prowse went from Southampton to Rennes for 43.4 million pounds. I didn't know they had that kind of money. Casilla went from Juventus to Chelsea, so they've bolstered their squad a little bit. West Ham sold Sebastian Haller to Arsenal. Zelensky went from Napoli to Dortmund. Blah, 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 blah. Anything else interesting? And we have Kabak for just under 41 million pounds. That is the end of the transfer window. And that is the end of a very long episode. Thank you so much for sticking with me. There's a lot that happened that episode. If you liked it, make sure you're hitting that like button and make sure you're subbed. Make sure you hit the bell. I'm not going to talk anymore. Thank you so much. Oh, one more quick announcement. We're actually restarting the streams. There will be at least 2 times a week, maybe 3 over at twitch.tv/Mr. Freckles. So make sure you're following me over there. We're gonna be playing some cool stuff over there. Might be playing some Football Manager. Might be playing another variety of games that are not football related, so you're going to want to watch, you're going to want to follow. Now I'm done talking. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah! Good night, everybody. I'm excited. Let us go to the next episode in 3, 2,